The handle turned slowly, by itself. I stumbled backward, my flashlight beam shaking wildly across the hallway. The old door creaked open just a few inches. A freezing gust of air rushed out. The temperature dropped instantly. My breath became visible. For several seconds I couldn't move, couldn't think, couldn't breathe. The darkness inside room 13 seemed deeper than normal darkness, as if the room itself was swallowing the light. Then I heard it. A woman's voice. Soft, weak, terrified. "Please, help me!" The sound came from inside. I tightened my grip on the flashlight. Every instinct screamed at me to run, but curiosity pushed me forward. Slowly, I stepped toward the doorway. The door swung open wider. The room was empty, or at least, it appeared empty. A small lamp sat on a table. Its light flickered weakly. The wallpaper peeled from the walls. Dust covered every surface. Yet something immediately caught my attention. A coffee cup. Fresh steam rose from it. I froze. Someone had made that coffee minutes ago, but there was nobody there. No footprints, no open windows, nothing. The room smelled strange. Old wood, mold, and something metallic like rust or blood. I cautiously stepped inside. The floorboards groaned beneath my weight. My flashlight scanned every corner. A bed, a dresser, a chair, nothing unusual. Then the door slammed shut behind me. Bang! I jumped. My heart nearly stopped. I spun around and grabbed the handle. Locked again. No matter how hard I pulled, it wouldn't budge. "Hello?" I shouted. No answer. Only silence. Then, knock. I turned toward the bathroom door. Knock, knock. 3 slow knocks, coming from inside. The bathroom was tiny. No windows, no place to hide. Yet someone, or something, was clearly in there. The knocking stopped. I swallowed hard. Then forced myself forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. My hand wrapped around the bathroom doorknob. I opened it. The room was empty. Completely empty. But written across the mirror were 4 words. "Don't trust the hallway." The message looked fresh, as though someone had written it moments ago. I backed away slowly. That's when I noticed movement behind me. In the mirror. A woman stood in the bedroom, her pale face hidden behind long black hair. I spun around. Nothing. The room was empty. When I looked back at the mirror, she was gone. My pulse thundered in my ears. I was no longer interested in investigating. I just wanted out. I rushed to the door. This time it opened. Immediately. As if it had never been locked. Relieved, I stepped into the hallway and stopped. Something was wrong, very wrong. The hallway was longer, much longer. I stared in disbelief. The staircase should have been only 30 feet away. Now it seemed hundreds of feet distant. The corridor stretched endlessly into darkness. Doors lined both sides, far more doors than before. Room 14, room 15, room 16, room 17. Numbers that shouldn't exist. The motel only had 13 rooms. I rubbed my eyes. Maybe I was hallucinating. Maybe stress was affecting me. But when I looked again, the hallway remained unchanged. Long, endless, impossible. A cold dread settled over me. Then I heard laughter. Children laughing, somewhere ahead. The sound echoed through the corridor. I followed it cautiously. The laughter stopped. Silence returned. As I approached one of the doors, I noticed it was slightly open. Room 19. A room that definitely shouldn't exist. Light spilled through the crack. Against my better judgment, I looked inside. A family sat around a dining table. A father, a mother, a little girl. They were perfectly still, motionless, like mannequins. Nobody blinked, nobody moved. The room itself looked normal, too normal, as if nothing was wrong. Then the little girl slowly turned her head, directly toward me. My stomach dropped. The parents followed, then the father. 3 pairs of eyes locked onto mine. The little girl smiled, a smile far too wide for a human face. And then she spoke. "You shouldn't be here." The lights inside the room suddenly went out. Darkness swallowed everything. I staggered backward. My flashlight flickered. Once, twice, then died completely. "No, no, no!" I smacked it against my palm. Nothing. The hallway was pitch black. The kind of darkness that feels alive. Then I heard footsteps. Not ahead of me. Behind me. Slow, heavy, getting closer, step, step, step. I couldn't see anything, but I knew something was there. Something large, something breathing. The footsteps stopped, only a few feet away. I felt warm breath against the back of my neck. Every muscle in my body froze. A whisper drifted into my ear, a voice that sounded exactly like mine. Run! The emergency lights suddenly flashed on. The hallway was empty, no footsteps, no figure, nothing. But at the far end of the corridor stood a single door. A door I hadn't seen before, painted black, with one number scratched into it. 0. And from behind that door came a scream so horrifying it didn't sound human. End of episode 2. To be continued in episode 3, The Endless Hallway. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel.